Vegetarian diets are often sold as a shortcut to better health. Less meat, more plants, fewer diseases. But nutrition science tells a more complicated story. Some health benefits of vegetarian diets are real and well supported by evidence. Others depend on how the diet is followed and what nutrients may be missing over time. In this video, we'll break down what a vegetarian diet actually is, why it became popular, and how it compares to the Mediterranean diet. If you want healthier habits, stick around. This will be science-based. The term plant-based diet is relatively new. Scientists use it to describe eating patterns that emphasize foods from plants. This includes vegetarian and vegan diets, but it can also include diets like the Mediterranean diet. One reason vegetarian diets can be confusing is that the word vegetarian also covers many very different ways of eating, and that matters for health research. Some people avoid all animal foods, others eat eggs or dairy. Some eat mostly whole plant foods, while others rely heavily on ultra-processed products, like meat substitutes. Because these patterns are so different, their health effects can be very different too. That's why research findings on vegetarian diets need to be interpreted carefully. Looking back historically, what we know about early vegetarian diets is limited and sometimes unclear. While many early human cultures appear to have eaten mostly plant-based foods, there is no strong evidence showing that strict vegetarianism was common. Food choices throughout history were shaped largely by religion, ethics, and beliefs about animals, many of which still influence diets today. In Europe, the earliest written records of vegetarianism come from ancient Greece, around the 6th century BCE. Religious groups like the Orthodox, along with thinkers such as Pythagoras, avoided meats for ethical, spiritual, and philosophical reasons. They believed eating meat could harm health and that plant-based foods helped align individuals with the gods. These ideas influenced European thought for centuries, though records of vegetarianism largely disappeared after the Roman era. Vegetarian eating re-emerged much later, during the Renaissance era and the Age of Enlightenment. Figures such as Leonardo da Vinci and several European philosophers practiced vegetarian diets. In the 19th and early 20th century, health reformers and physicians promoted plant-based diets for moral and health reasons. And well-known figures like Albert Einstein publicly supported vegetarianism. Many of the motivations, ethics, and health are still discussed today. So, vegetarian diets didn't fully begin as a health trend, but modern science has changed how we evaluate them. To understand the health effects of a healthy plant-based diet, we first need to look at what it usually replaces. For many people, that's the Western diet. The Western diet is typically high in refined grains, added sugar, processed foods, red and processed meats, and fried foods. It is also low in fiber and high in saturated fat and sodium. This pattern is strongly linked to higher rates of cancer, heart disease, and early death. So how does a healthy plant-based diet compare? When researchers compare healthy vegetarian diets to non-vegetarian diets, the findings are consistent. Healthy vegetarian diets are associated with lower body weight, lower LDL cholesterol, better blood sugar control, and lower blood pressure. Large long-term studies also show plant-based diets reduce risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. One major reason is fiber. Healthy vegetarian diets naturally provide much more fiber than the average non-vegetarian diet. Fiber slows digestion, improves blood sugar control, lowers cholesterol, and supports a healthier gut microbiome. Another key difference is red and processed meat intake. These foods are a defining feature of the Western diet and are strongly linked to cardiovascular disease and cancer risk. Many plant-based diets eliminate them entirely, which alone may reduce disease risk. Healthy vegetarian diets also tend to be lower in saturated fat and higher in plant-based antioxidants, which may help reduce chronic inflammation, a process involved in heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. But here's where many people get misled. Not all plant-based diets are healthy. A plant-based diet can still be high in refined grains, sugar, fried foods, and ultra-processed meat alternatives. Studies show that these unhealthy plant-based diets do not provide the same benefits and may even increase the risk of heart disease and early death. So the benefits seen in research come mainly from healthy plant-based diets, those built around vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. When this way of eating replaces a non-vegetarian diet, health outcomes improve across the body. The benefits are driven less by avoiding meat alone and more by increasing fiber-rich foods and reducing ultra-processed foods. But this raises an important question. If plant-based diets can look so different from one another, how does a strict, healthy vegetarian diet compare to one of the healthiest dietary patterns we know? The Mediterranean diet is one of the most extensively studied diets in the world. It is consistently linked to lower rates of heart disease, cognitive decline, and early death. It also resembles eating patterns seen in some long-lived populations, often called blue zones. The Mediterranean diet is mostly plant-based, but not strictly plant-only. It emphasizes vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and olive oil, with moderate amounts of fish and poultry. Red and processed meats, sweets, and dairy are eaten in small amounts. When wine is included, it is usually consumed in moderation and with meals. A defining feature of this diet is its low intake of ultra-processed foods. When researchers directly compare healthy vegetarian and Mediterranean diets, the differences are subtle but meaningful. The CardiVeg randomized controlled trial found that both diets reduced body weight and body fat. The vegetarian diet lowered LDL cholesterol more effectively, often called bad cholesterol, while the Mediterranean diet led to greater reductions in triglycerides, a type of fat found in the blood. The Mediterranean diet also improved how HDL, or good cholesterol, functions, helping remove excess cholesterol from blood vessels more effectively than the vegetarian diet. Based on this, researchers suggested stronger cardiovascular protection with the Mediterranean diet. Differences were also seen in vitamin B12, a nutrient essential for DNA production, red blood cells, and nerve health. After 3 months, B12 levels decreased in the vegetarian group but increased in the Mediterranean group. Gut-related differences emerged as well. One compound produced by gut bacteria, propionic acid, increased in the Mediterranean diet but decreased with the vegetarian diet. Only the Mediterranean diet was associated with lower inflammatory markers, suggesting an anti-inflammatory effect through gut-related mechanisms. The Mediterranean diet has also been more strongly linked to lower bone fracture risk. These benefits may come from combining plant foods with small amounts of animal foods that provide nutrients harder to obtain from plants alone. Vegetarian diets can achieve similar benefits, but only when carefully planned. Without planning, they may fall short in key nutrients over time. Taken together, this highlights an important idea. Long-term health depends not just on avoiding certain foods, but on consistently meeting the body's needs. So what are the nutrients most likely missed in a vegetarian diet? Vegetarian diets can support healthy aging, but they also come with specific challenges if they are not well planned. First, muscle. As we age, muscle loss happens naturally. This process accelerates when protein intake is too low, which can occur on vegetarian diets if protein needs aren't met. Vegetarian diets can support muscle maintenance when protein intake is adequate. Studies show that plant-based protein supplements fortified with leucine can stimulate muscle protein synthesis, similar to animal-based supplements. Leucine acts like an on switch for muscle building. Many plant proteins contain less leucine than animal proteins, which can reduce the muscle building response if intake is not adjusted. However, leucine appears to be more relevant for supplements than whole foods. When protein comes from complete meals, muscle building can still be stimulated effectively. Some studies show that beef-based meals stimulate muscle protein synthesis more than vegan meals match for protein, while others show that physically active older adults can build muscle at similar rates on vegan and omnivorous diets. Overall, a large review of 30 randomized controlled trials suggested plant protein results in lower muscle mass compared to animal protein, reinforcing the importance of planning. Second, bone health. Vegetarian diets may be lower in calcium, vitamin D, and protein, and are associated with lower bone density and higher fracture risk if not carefully designed. Third, brain health. Vitamin B12 is not reliably found in unfortified plant foods, but is abundant in animal products or meat. Long-term low intake is linked to nerve damage and cognitive decline. Omega-3 fats, especially EPA and DHA, support brain and heart health and help regulate inflammation. Intake is often low in vegetarian diets and absent in vegan diets unless algae-based supplements are used. Fourth, iron levels. Iron intake can be lower in vegetarian diets because plant foods contain non-heme iron, which the body absorbs less efficiently than the iron found in meat. While many vegetarians can maintain normal iron levels, low intake or poor absorption can increase the risk of iron deficiency over time if the diet is not well planned. Finally, pregnancy. Strict vegetarian diets during pregnancy may increase the risk of lower birth weight if key nutrients are not addressed. This does not mean vegetarian diets are unsafe, but careful planning, fortified foods, and supplementation are critical. Let's wrap with the key takeaways. Vegetarian diets can offer real health benefits, especially when they replace a typical Western diet. They are linked to better heart health, improved blood sugar control, and lower inflammation. But not all vegetarian diets are equal. Long-term benefits depend on food quality and consistently meeting nutrient needs. When thoughtfully designed, vegetarian diets can support healthy aging. Class dismissed. After watching this, what's one small change you might try this week? Let us know in the comments. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more research-backed health insights and check out our website to see what videos are coming up next.